Well, don't I just feel absolutely amazing? It has officially been 6 months since I started this NoFap journey. Now, obviously, I've been on NoFap before. Quite a lot of times, I've lasted for weeks, months. My longest NoFap journey prior to this was 5 and a bit months, and then the lust got to me. I couldn't take it, and I had to give in. But it's been 6 months, and I'm solid. I don't know when this video is going to come out. It's probably going to be a couple months from this day when I record it. But right now it is July the 5th. And I started this NoFap journey on January the 5th. Right? And the only reason why I remember that is because it was the day after I quit my job, my apprenticeship. And it was also the day where I went to a football game. And I want to talk about quickly, before I get into all the benefits of NoFap, once again recapping everything, I want to talk about the reason why I relapsed that day. And I think I know why. It's because once I quit my job, I felt comfortable again. I didn't have anything to stress about. And, you know, if you build that momentum of comfort and happiness and joy, you know, you start to make, happy mistakes. You start to relapse or mess up on your diet, or I don't know, stop working out. You start to get too comfortable. And that was why I relapsed, because I got too comfortable on the very first day of quitting that job, right? If I was still working that job, the last time I would have relapsed would have been October, and it would nearly be 9 months since I've relapsed. But unfortunately, I relapsed start of 2024, and yeah, but let's stop talking about the negatives. Let's talk about the positives. I relapsed, it is what it is, but now we are strong. 6 months in on this NoFap journey, and I couldn't be more proud of myself. First benefits that I have really noticed is I have been so consistent with self-improvement. Now, obviously, we all as humans, we all slack, we all make mistakes and relapse on things, as I have once in a while. But I've been so consistent, with reading, with YouTube, working out. I have not missed an upload day. I've been uploading every day, making videos pretty much every day. I made videos for the first bit of the year, for the first 3-4 months of the year. I was making multiple videos a day. I was grinding on YouTube, bro. I was grinding, making videos to the point where for about maybe a month or so, I didn't make any videos because I didn't have to. I already had a bunch of videos to upload, so I felt as if I was burning out and I wanted to give myself a rest. I want to talk about reading as well. I won't lie, I did go 2-3 months without reading, but now I'm starting to read again. I've been reading so much. I want to read my goal is to read 10 books by the end of the year. I'm reading as much as I can. I'm reading 50 pages, 60 pages, 70 pages, 80 pages a day. I'm grinding on reading, just educating myself, because it feels good to read and learn something new and to educate yourself. It really does feel good. That feeling after you've read 80 pages, for example, you can just sit back and say to yourself, wow, I did that. If I asked myself 1 year ago, maybe even a few months ago, do you think you could have read 80 pages in one day? I've read 110 pages in one day. I think that's the most I've ever read. And if I asked myself that a year ago, do you think you could read that much? I'd be like, nah, man, books are lame, books are for nerds. But there's nothing nerdy about educating yourself and learning more. It only makes you better. It only makes you a stronger person. There's a difference between being a nerd and being smart. Right? They're not the same thing. Being a nerd is someone that's unmasculine, uncool. You can be masculine and cool and like books as well, and be smart as well, and be intelligent as well, right? Sorry for the background noise. But the more positive traits you pick up, the better, right? I'm not only trying to be strong and masculine and stuff, but I'm also trying to be smart, read more books, do my research. So yeah, I've been very consistent on self-improvement. The second benefit is what I talk about all the time, because I should say this for last in reality, but I'm just going to say it now. This is the best benefit of self-improvement of all time, and it's the fact that my brain is actually wired to be healthy now. My brain is actually normal for the first time since I was, when did I start fapping? 14, probably? Probably even younger than that. When I get horny, which isn't often, I get way less horny, which I guess you could see as a benefit, especially if you don't have, you're in my position where you can't just go outside and get a girl because you don't party or do stuff like that, right? So me getting horny less is definitely a benefit, because I don't want to be horny all the time, right? Because that would just be so frustrating. I get horny way less, but when I do get horny, my brain doesn't go to porn straight away. For the last 2-3 years, whenever I was horny, my mind was straight away go to porn. Not real women, not actually going out and interacting with women and talking to women and actually having real sex. But my brain went to porn. First thing, to get the laptop out, type up my favorite video and just fap, right? That was where my mindset went as soon as I was horny. But now, if I am horny, which like I said isn't often, I don't want to watch porn. Porn disgusts me, even when I am horny, even when I am under the spell of lust. Porn disgusts me. What I want to do is actually go out there and talk to real women and get to know women and build relationships with women in real life, and I'm just so glad that my mind has been fixed. My mind is now wired correctly. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, in the past I hot-wired my brain to, equalize being horny with porn, right? Horny equals porn. Feeling horny equals porn. But now, feeling horny equals wanting to interact with real women. You see how that's so much more healthier? And I know I keep talking about this in all my no-fap videos, but it is seriously the best no-fap benefit of all time. There's no better benefit, for me at least. All these people, they get more physical benefits. Like they may feel like they have more energy during the day and stuff like that. But for me, I don't really feel that. Naturally, I'm always kind of tired and stuff. I don't know. I say naturally. That's me being a victim. To be fair, there's probably a couple things I could do to not make myself feel tired, like having more of a consistent sleep schedule and stuff. But I'm tired a lot during the day anyways. So I haven't fapped for 6 months. I have not ejaculated in 6 months. So I don't really see the physical side, a lot of physical benefits of no-fap, except from one which I'll talk about in a sec. But it's mainly that mental benefit of, instead of, relying on porn to fill your sexual needs, I'm now relying on real life. It puts you in the real world. It makes you want to talk to women more and be more normal and interact with normal people, instead of just being in my comfort zone, fapping, trying to hold my breath and be quiet when I'm fapping so my mum doesn't walk past the bathroom and hear me. All this cringe stuff, man. If I told my parents some of the things I've done because I was under the spell of lust, they would be so disappointed in me. There's things that I know that others don't, that I can never forgive myself for, you know what I mean? But like I said at the start of the video, in life you make mistakes and you bounce back from them. And I definitely have bounced back. I have not came close to relapsing on no-fap. Not came close, right? And obviously this is mainly because I stopped edging, right? When I was on my last no-fap streak for 5.5 months, that may sound good. That may sound, 5.5 months, that's pretty good. 5.5, that's a lie. Five months are a few days, right? You may think to yourself, that's pretty good. That's nearly half a year. Well done. No, it's not good, because during the whole of that, I was still edging. I was still watching porn and looking at sexual things and touching myself, but just not releasing, because I thought, if I don't release, it still counts as a streak, right? No, I'm still relapsing. I'm still... Sorry, there's people over there. I'm still polluting my brain, right? Physically, yes, I am not relapsing, but mentally, mentally, I am relapsing, because I'm still watching the porn and I'm still getting the dopamine from said porn, right? So as soon as, and I'll be honest, I think for the first month or maybe 2 months of this no-fap journey, I was edging as well. But as soon as I was no, what am I doing? Why am I edging to these videos? As soon as I cut that out, then is where I noticed the benefits. I was so unmotivated to keep up the no-fap streak because I didn't see any benefits of it. My last streak, I didn't see any benefits. I was I'm doing all this, I'm not seeing nothing from it. Is the point, what's the point? These people are liars to me, saying, get on no-fap, it's a lie, it's a scam, right? And I was actually considering just fapping like I used to, and this was a few months ago, maybe towards the end of the year, maybe possibly. No, it was around October, September time of last year. I was bro, I'm just gonna fap when I please at this point, because I don't see any benefits. But it was because I was still edging. I was still relapsing internally. I was still relapsing spiritually, right, and mentally. I could go on about that all day, but obviously we've got to get to the next benefit. I feel like a man. I feel masculine. I feel strong. I feel like nothing can stop me because I can control myself. I have self-control now. And I couldn't be more proud of myself that I have the ability to, like, not fap when there are, 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, right, with a wife and kids that struggle with lust, struggle at, not fapping when they see a hot woman on social media. Sorry. When I see a hot woman on social media that I find attractive, what do? I scroll past it, bro. Because, like, what can I do? What am I going to do? Like, just, like, look at a woman on social media that I can't have? And, sometimes you see some beautiful women on social media, like some hot women. But it's like, they're American. Well, like, first of all, and I'm British. Like, what am I going to do? I'm going to find a woman on social media, DM her, and she's going to fly out to me, right? Like, that's just not realistic, right? You're never going to get, like, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get a woman you see on social media unless you're already, like, famous, you have money, you've got a social following. Like, right now, obviously, I don't have none of that yet, right? I'm still a kid, right? I'm still 17 at this point of recording this video. But by the time this video gets uploaded, I'll be a grown-up anyway, so maybe I can move to those MILFs. But until then, I'm still a kid. I just feel so much more masculine. I feel strong. I feel like as if I can conquer the world. And that is what NoFap does for you. It gives you the ability, it teaches you how strong you can actually be, how much potential you have within. Me just not fapping for 6 months has really revealed a new side of me that I never knew I had. I never knew I had the strength to discipline myself with NoFap. And because I've been so disciplined with NoFap, I'm more disciplined at reading. I'm more disciplined at exercising. I'm more disciplined at, whatever, right? Because for me, NoFap was the hardest thing to overcome. Lust was the hardest thing to overcome. And now I've overcome the hardest thing, the things below that, like working out and reading, it's easy. Like, I can easily read 100 pages of a book, right? It may like be somewhat hard, but I can still do it. Maybe I shouldn't have used the word easy, because, like, nothing on self-improvement is necessarily easy unless you really enjoy it, which, to be honest with you, I don't enjoy many things about self-improvement. I just do it because I have to, you know what I mean? It's not about how you feel, it's about doing it regardless. And the somewhat physical benefit that I wanted to talk about, which I mentioned before, is I feel more clean now. I feel more pure and innocent. I feel clean, like, there'd be times where, like, I'd fap like 2 or 3 times in one day. I was such a degenerate back in the day. And, like, my PP would literally get so sore because I've just been whacking it all day. And, like, I'd literally go a few days where, like, my PP was sore, right? And, like, every time I'd ejaculate, it would sting. Like, I was like, what the heck, if I just, like, attracted an STD from fapping or something, right? Like, I was getting some crazy thoughts. But, now I'm not fapping anymore. My PP feels more clean. I feel more clean overall. I just feel fresh. I feel, full of life. And that's just something I was never feeling when I was fapping. Now we come to the end of the video. My brother, please, if you have watched to the end, please subscribe. Let me give you more advice. I'm uploading regularly, every day or every 2 days, whatever my upload schedule is. I'm uploading daily. And if you've watched this far, I want to keep on helping you. I want to keep on supporting you on this journey called life. And please, if you still fap, please quit. Please just stop fapping. It's cringe, it's embarrassing, it's feminine, it's weak. If you want people to respect you, if you want your life to improve, if you want to get real life women, if you want to better your life, please stop fapping. I was a fool for so many years because I told myself, having sex and fapping are the same thing. I'm still ejaculating either way, so I'm just going to keep on fapping. No, that's not the right mindset to have. That's a victim mindset. That's just me having that mindset because I don't want to improve. I don't want to, like, try. So please, I beg you. Or maybe, you don't even fap and you just, like, have a bunch of casual sex, right? Stop having casual sex as well because you're draining yourself, Have sex with people that you actually love because sex is more than just releasing and getting pleasure from it. Sex is powerful, right? Sex is when you unite with someone. This is what sex is supposed to be, right? Sex is something you do with someone you really love and it's uniting with them. Combining your powers, combining your bodies and, creating life or, even if you get pleasure from it, it's fine, but do it with the people do it with a woman that you love. Don't do it with just some random hoes, because these hoes are not special, bro. Like, you might think, like, you might be horny, and like, obviously when you're horny you're less conscious, so you think any woman's hot. Like, when you get that what's it called, not instant gratification, what's it called when, like, you ejaculate and then your mindset just completely changes. I forgot what it's called. Someone's got to tell me in the comments. But once you get that, right, I want to think what it's called now. I can't stand there thinking all day while I'm recording. But once you get that, you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say. Post-nut clarity. Post-nut clarity. That's it. Once you get that post-nut clarity, you're like, bro, I've just had sex with this 4. I have put in my seed inside of this 4. Okay, well, might have pulled out, but you still put your pee inside of a 4 out of 10 that you don't even like. That's a hoe that has slept with 8 guys like 10 minutes before you. You know what I mean? Have sex with the people you love the most and stop fapping, bro, right? The only time you should be ejaculating is when you are having sex with the woman you love. And, you know, sometimes it's good to have sex and not ejaculate with a woman, right? There's a lot of videos on YouTube about people that have had girlfriends for a long time and have sex regularly, but they're not ejaculating, right? They have that discipline. And, you know, I'll be honest, like, I'm a virgin. I've never had sex before. Right? When I have sex for the first time, I will most likely ejaculate because it's my first time, right? Like, I'm not gonna be as skilled as someone that's been in a long year relationship, right? Blooming planes every time I'm trying to film. But if you've been in a relationship for a while and you've gotten the joy out of ejaculating with a woman and stuff like that, try to not ejaculate when you have sex. You know, challenge yourself. Always push yourself to the next level. And that's the whole point of this video, right? Get on no FAP, right? Stop masturbating. And then go out there and find real women. And then once you find those real women, try find one woman, right, to marry one day. And then try to not ejaculate when you have sex with her. You can always improve yourself, get better and better and better. And that's the point of this video. So, my brother, if you have watched this far, please consider subscribing, because, I mean, whether it's conscious or not, if you have watched this far, you must like me a little bit, right? So, consider subscribing. Follow me on this journey. This YouTube channel is a project and I want to grow it, and I want to be one of the big boys one day, bro. One of the, like, an Andrew Tate or a Hamza, like, whatever, man. Alex Hormozi, I want to be big like that one day. Iman Ghazi, I can keep naming them, you know? Like, I want to be big like that one day, bro. Like, I'm very ambitious, I have a lot of dreams, and I want you to be on that journey with me, so please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Thank you for watching, as always. Take care and peace. Bye-bye, my brother. 6 months of no FAP. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.